Hello everyone, this is Dimitri from Dim Studio. We are continuing video tutorials on working with the current version of A-Parser. Just recently I found a new parser example in the developer's website catalog called Searching for Articles on Yandex Zen. As you all know, Yandex Zen is simply a treasure trove of useful information. Our task as SEOs is to find such articles based on queries, and this parser is exactly what helps us do that. In other words, by entering certain keywords, we can get quite a large number of results. Let's take a look right away at how this is done. We click the download button and copy this link. Then we go to our A-Parser. I have the default one loaded. And here we click on Import Preset. We paste our link and click OK. We agree to import what is being offered to us. We select it. I have the main category and the presets for this parser open up. If we hover over the header here, we'll see what we can extract from an article on Yandex.Zen. That is specifically the link, the title, the short text, the reading time of the article in seconds, the number of views, and the image link. So all of this can later be, for example, imported via a collected CSV file into your own website. Let's immediately see what else we can do here. For example, we can add such an override for displaying the result. And as you can see here, by default, the standard behavior is applied. It suggests displaying the title. What does this mean? It means that titles will appear in our file. For the articles, we can set the topic in the query field as a text string or connect our own semantics via an external file. We can also multiply it using SEPs if needed, but today, for this example, I'll just show you how to do it step by step. Let's say we keep the same SEO direction. We don't need to mine since we're doing website promotion, and that's our main focus here. Website promotion, 3 queries. So we'll have this accordingly. The number of articles is set to 25. Let's expand it a bit and set it to 100. So that's 300 articles. We'll get 100 for each query. But if we use this particular output option, sooner or later it might eventually break. I mean the CSV file itself, because if any of the values actually contains our chosen delimiter, for example, if we separate columns with a comma or a semicolon, we could very easily end up with a broken CSV structure. This is something that can happen quite easily, especially if the data is not carefully checked beforehand. Or, for example, if any of the values contains text with a line break, meaning it's multi-line. So to prevent this from happening, we will use the CSV tools construct. It will look like this. I'll copy it right now and paste it directly into the value field. We specify here, as well as in partner number 1, exactly what we will output. In this case, we're offered to output the link and the title, but we'll do it a bit differently. We'll output the title first, then separate it with a comma. We'll output the reading time, meaning this will be I time to read, TTR, comma. Next, what else do we have there? Number of views, which is simply a metric. So that's a period. And after the comma, we'll have the link. The link will be last, so we'll remove the comma here. That's the structure. Let's double check once more that all the fields are named correctly. Click on the header and compare the items. You can see that iLink is present and iLink is indeed there as expected. We also have iTitle and iAfter is included as well. iAfter is there and iView is also present, but we just forgot a letter here, which is a small detail that needs to be fixed. We need to add the S to the total count. Everything else is filled in here. The name of the topics is also specified, and next we'll actually create the file itself. Let's generate a CSV. We'll name it the same as the SEO, but not as a .txt, as a .csv. CSV. Next, we'll click on More Options to set up the initial text, which will be the header of our file. That's exactly what we'll write. We'll start with the header. Then separated by commas, we'll just have the time. Reading time now. Views. And the link. Basically, we really don't need anything else here because everything is already specified and everything's okay. We just save the finished parser and then add the task to the workflow. We go to the queue and see what we have here, up to 1, 2, 3 requests. So there will also be 3 requests here. And since we set the number of results to 100, yes, we'll have 300 requests. That's also here. And our SEO file is generated right away, immediately. Let's open it right now and take a look. It's in CSV format. Let's set the comma separator. And yes, here's what we got. I must have made a mistake somewhere after all. Yes, I forgot something very important. And this is exactly what's very important in the task editor when we're doing this here. This listing of the header is absolutely necessary. After we finish forming the last column, we must press enter to make sure that everything is properly set. The results are displayed starting from the second row, not the first row, which is exactly what happened now. Click OK and let's delete the old SEO and then run the task again now. The task queue. You'll see everything is the same here. We wait for a moment and then it's all done. Here's our SEO file. We open it and immediately we can see that the header is both clear and correct. As you can see, I did not add any additional uniqueness to the article titles since we might have 2 identical or even 2 exactly identical headlines. This is important for website promotion. Yes, but the articles themselves are different. For example, here there are 587 views, 2 views to be exact. And here there are 6 views, but the articles are different. The links will be different. The reading time, the number of views, and the link are all displayed correctly. So this is the table we ended up with, and in total we can see how many we have here. Up to 301. Actually, that's because 1 row was lost due to the header. So 300 articles. That's the result we got. Just like that, very quickly and easily. We can actually get a pretty decent and useful database of texts to work with further, for example, with ChatGPT. That's all from me. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and leave a like. There will be a lot more interesting things here. See you next time. Bye.